So Heidi, a big day for workers. They'll now be owning 50% of this mine. How exactly did this happen?
Exactly, Sean. So I think it is really a significant day, given the fact that it is also Workers' Day for these mine workers. And this all transpired when Exxaro said that it needs to shut its doors in 2015 due to the mine not operating as it should have been. And mine workers then decided to move, to create a proposal to the Department of Mineral Resources as well as Exxaro management and ask them if they would consider reopening the mine because there is so much potential still in the mine. There's still a lot of coal that they can mine, and not only that, but also to become shareholders within the mine because there are so many mine workers that could potentially be retrenched and not be able to use their skills to their full potential. The department got wind of this and decided that in actual fact that this is a very good decision and they should consider this. And this is how you have over 1,000 mine workers able to be shareholders within this company, something that is really unheard of, but really a significant point within the mining industry, given the fact that mine workers really work under severe circumstances, lots of health risks involved in that. And now they are able to also be part of the shareholding into this company. And we spoke to one of the shareholder beneficiaries and she just explains how important this is within the mining industry. Let's listen to what she had to say.
I feel very happy, very emotional, very proud of what we've achieved, very proud of the efforts from all the stakeholders who are involved to make sure that this transaction is a success. I mean, we wouldn't have done it without the support from Exxaro and the DMR. So it makes me feel really proud as a country that we are moving somewhere and that we will ultimately achieve what we want to achieve as a society.
Well, the minister says this is not the end and more is to come. Tell us about that, how that's going to work.
Definitely. So, I mean, the big question is this only applicable in terms of the Exxaro mine, given the fact that it was a mine that needed to shut down and now they've reopened it. But the minister says that it is definitely an opportunity for other mine workers to get involved as far as shareholding is concerned, and that if there are mine workers that are interested in this kind of structure, then they can definitely move into that. And depending on how well this experiment, he actually called it an experiment, does, then you will have other mines that could potentially include their mine workers into the shareholding. Also, it's important to note that the mining charter stipulates that mine workers actually need to be involved in the shareholding of this company, and this is why the mining charter was implemented last year, to include mine workers, not only to have them at the bottom line, but also to include them in the managerial positions and in terms of shareholding. But let's listen to what the minister had to say.
Many things that will determine the direction is the attitude of workers themselves. Do they appreciate ownership, or do they think that it is well and good to sell your labor for a salary and a wage, and that's it? But if workers appreciate the importance of graduating into an owner, you can still be a worker for an earning, but be a shareholder. When there are dividends, you have generated surplus, you get a share of that surplus. You must remember, every investor invests money in an entity. It is the worker who converts that investment into wealth. Now, if the workers are going to not only participate in the wages, they can also have a stake in the wealth they generate. It is a step forward.
So I'm interested to know exactly how they pick the miners who get shares. Do they pay, or is it just given to them?
So I think it's just given to them, also given the fact that it was over 1,000 workers that were potentially they were actually retrenched in 2015, and that mine had closed down, and now they were selected to reopen this mine because of the proposal that was put forward to the Department of Mineral Resources. And, they've been chosen and they've been said, okay, you can also be shareholders in this company because 50% is going to be owned by West Coal, which was previously Exxaro, and then the rest is going to be owned by the mine workers, giving them an opportunity to actually benefit from the profits of the company as well.
Now, there was some protests outside where this handover was taking place in the ceremony. What was happening?
Exactly. So the minister had a surprise at the gate when he needed to leave the event, and he was introduced by a couple of protesters, and their problem is is that they also want jobs. So the problem is in Mpumalanga that a number of people have been retrenched due to mines not operating the way they should be, and they were basically giving the minister a memorandum saying to him that he needs to listen to their demands, otherwise they will not vote on the 8th of May. I mean, it's a couple of days away, but they're basically saying that they want the minister to give them jobs, to listen to the problems of the youth, and to deal with youth unemployment. And he took the memorandum and he said that he will deal with it and he will read and take action where possible.
All right, thanks for that. Appreciate it.